TCM.
Hey there, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to TCM. We are ready for the back half of a monster movie double feature, but these aren't universal monsters like Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman. These are sci-fi terrors from the 1950s, meaning they're giant, they're deadly, and they're mutated by the fallout of nuclear radiation. We just had the 1954 Warner Brothers classic Them, about an army of giant atomic killer ants. Up next, a film that drew inspiration from Them, although it was produced on the other side of the world. From Japan's Toho Studios in 1956, Rodan. The story takes place in a Japanese mining village. As it begins, several people descend into the mines and don't come back. Something is lurking in the ancient caves, and as it grows, it transforms into Rodan, a massive radioactive pteranodon. That's Pteranodon, because nothing says humanity is in peril quite like a silent P. Rodan director Ishiro Honda, who had just scored a major international hit with another movie about a nuclear mutant creature, Godzilla, released first in Japan as Gojira. Other directors had turned Godzilla down, believing that a movie about a radioactive prehistoric reptile destroying Tokyo sounded completely ridiculous. But Honda took it entirely seriously. Working closely with special effects expert Eiji Tsuburaya, he created a sci-fi horror masterpiece, tapping into the very authentic Japanese fears of nuclear destruction. Honda went on to direct 8 more films in the popular Godzilla franchise, but first he made Rodan, which introduced audiences to another prehistoric monster, this time in vivid color. Once again, the special effects were designed by Tsuburaya, and once again, the film became an international box office hit. Released in Japan in 1956 and in the U.S. a year later, Rodan. Rodan was created by the same team who gave us the original Godzilla movie 2 years earlier, director Ishiro Honda, special effects expert Eiji Tsuburaya. To bring the Godzilla monster to life, a stuntman named Haruo Nakajima performed the role wearing a thick rubber suit. He went on to play Godzilla in 12 consecutive films from 1954 to 1972. Nakajima also played Rodan in this 1956 film, performing stunts from inside a latex pteranodon suit. Since this monster had to fly around, Nakajima was suspended by cables from the ceiling of a soundstage. During one sequence, those cables failed, and he fell more than 20 feet. He didn't play Rodan again, but the monster became a key part of the Godzilla franchise, appearing in several Godzilla movies, including 3 from the 1960s, directed by Ishiro Honda. Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, Invasion of the Astro Monster, and Destroy All Monsters. Honda directed 5 out of the first 6 Godzilla movies and stayed with Toho Studios until the late 1970s. After that, Honda worked closely with his good friend Akira Kurosawa on Kurosawa's last 5 features in the 1980s and early 90s, occasionally as Kurosawa's second-unit director. Coming up, it's time for Noir Alley, hosted by Eddie Muller. This week, Eleanor Parker, an underappreciated actress, if there ever was one, gives an Oscar-nominated performance in a prison drama. Interestingly, while Eleanor Parker is underappreciated, I think we can all agree that Eddie Muller is wildly overappreciated. Anyway, Caged from 1950 is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Caged, then The Ritz, and later Petulia. Put a face to the name on TCM tonight. The turning